Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at how to earn some startup money on GTA, and this is following up on the last video put out. Okie dokie, now one way to earn a little bit of cash, ladies and gentlemen, is to take part in the event modes, ladies and gentlemen. They start about every 15 minutes in a public lobby, but why on earth would you? Okay, yes, another way to earn money if you're a new player, ladies and gentlemen, is to go on down to LSIA, and you can see it there. Yes, that's right down towards the bottom of the map there. And here there is the flight school, ladies and gentlemen, and there are about 10 missions, $10,000 a mission. You can earn about $100,000 that way, and it is up the steps here, ladies and gentlemen. If you come on down to LSIA, this is where you will find it. Okay, then another way to earn a little bit of cash, ladies and gentlemen, is by undertaking different races and jobs, contact missions and different races, and that can be found through your menu there, ladies and gentlemen. And this really can be quite a lot of good fun, ladies and gentlemen, but the races really only pay out if you tend to win, you come in the first sort of 3 or 4 placements. You might earn some money, but lower than that, unfortunately, and it's not really going to earn you a great deal of money. Okie dokie. And we'll get a little look at the price structure here for a standard race. There we go, about sort of $21,000 for first, ladies and gentlemen, then 14,000 and down probably something like 7 on entirely. So okay, another good way to earn money is to steal cars, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, it's not really an entirely profitable way, but there are a number of cars on this game that are really worth more money. And I'm showing you the location of one of them now, just south of Sandy Shores Airstrip, ladies and gentlemen, next to that arm wrestling bar, that shop and that clothes store, between the hours of about 9 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It might be 10 in the morning and 5, but around about what you may consider the working day, like I say, 9 to 5, ladies and gentlemen. In this area where I'm showing on the map, highlighting, one will find a very specific car that's worth about $18,000. Now, if you go ahead and steal most vehicles on the street and try and sell them in Los Santos, they're only worth a couple of $1,000, maybe $2,000, maybe $6,000 if you're lucky, ladies and gentlemen. But there are a number of cars on this game that are actually worth quite a lot more, considerably more. Like I said, between 14 and 18,000. They do spawn at a number of locations, and I'm going to show you a couple of them now. Like I say, just south of Sandy Shores Airstrip, ladies and gentlemen, by the arm wrestling bar, by the Los Santos Customs there, ladies and gentlemen. There is a spawn location for one down here, but it has not spawned. Now, if it does not spawn, simply keep driving away and coming back, and sooner or later, as you can see, I've had to pull out my vehicle to get it to spawn there. Okie dokie, and on the clock there, you could have seen it was just about to be 5 o'clock, and this is the vehicle we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Sand King XL. Okay, we take it just across the road there, ladies and gentlemen, and we can sell it, Okie dokie, and like I say, $18,000. Okie dokie. Now, another location, ladies and gentlemen, for one of these more expensive vehicles that are worth stealing. Actually, along Vinewood, just along the Vinewood Hills there, along the strip here, and I'll show you on the map right now where we are now. It's a very specific location, ladies and gentlemen. There's no real sort of monuments or sort of points of interest close by, but it's this bit of road right here. Okay, now the best way to look at it is where this long straight comes down to join the strip, and where this dogleg sort of bend comes around to join the strip, and along this main road here, that's where the Sentinel will spawn, and that's where what the vehicle we're looking for. Now, very much the same deal as before, ladies and gentlemen. One may not spawn straight away for you, and so and you can see this particular vehicle worth mentioning spawns between about 10 o'clock in the evening and about 5 o'clock in the morning, don't you know? And if it doesn't spawn straight away when you arrive at the location, simply go around the block, ladies and gentlemen. Really not a big deal. And with a little bit of luck, next time you come up to the strip there, yes, with a bit of luck, it will have spawned, and we'll go slowly, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good way to do it, just to make sure. And no, rats, okay, hasn't spawned, really is rather a shame that, but this is just an example, ladies and gentlemen, of the way you go about it. Don't get disheartened, ladies and gentlemen. The vehicle does spawn in this location between the hours of 10 in the evening and 5 in the morning, like I say, or might be 4 in the morning, not entirely certain, but basically through the night, Okay, now, like I say, do approach slowly, ladies and gentlemen. Give the car time to spawn. I'm coming up the hill here, and okay, there we go. Now, there are 2 of these vehicles. There are 2 Sand Kings, one in yellow, one in blue, and there are 2 Sentinels, ladies and gentlemen, one in purple and one in yellow. And there we go. We got the yellow one right here. Okay, and this is the vehicle we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. This will be worth about $14,000. Certainly worth stealing and selling if you're looking to make the initial startup money, And we're talking about the sort of startup money for an MC business now. So we're trying to get together together about $200,000, ladies and gentlemen. $250,000, something along those lines. Now, the only drawback with selling cars, ladies and gentlemen, is you can only sell one car per GTA day, ladies and gentlemen. If you go and try and sell a car when before the time restrictions up, yes, it's simply not going to allow you to, and that really is a rather rotten shame. So you can only sell one car an hour, essentially, or at least one car a GTA a day. There are other ways to make money, ladies and gentlemen, I should say, in order to get your startup business for your MC, and one is by launching CEO or VIP missions. Okay, no idea why I've gone to the map here. Right, okay, couldn't tell you what I was doing. Right, must be looking for a, what am I doing, sightseer or something like that? Have I launched sightseer? Not entirely certain, to be quite frank with you. Right, don't seem to be launching anything, do I? Now look at it. Ah, yes, of course. Now it's occurred to me what I'm doing, ladies and gentlemen. Now, everyone is going to launch these missions, ladies and gentlemen. The VIP CEO missions, Headhunter and Sightseer are the ones that I would advise, but it's always worth undertaking them in the city, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I didn't launch it up there in Blaine County. I'm going to deliberately fly down towards the city, and I'm over that thick road you can see there on the bottom of the map there, the sort of motorway, the strip there that runs along the cross of on the top of Los Santos. I can launch the mission. Now, the reason to do this is because the targets, if you're launching a Headhunter, appear sort of condensed within the city here. They seem to appear over a smaller area. If you go up to Blaine County and launch this mission, you're liable to be flying all over the map, you know. And so, yes, always doing to take a Headhunter and Sightseer, ladies and gentlemen, in the Los Santos city, south of the main strip. There we go. Okay, and like I say, it is always a Headhunter, ladies and gentlemen, and Sightseer that one is, advised to undertake. This is Headhunter, ladies and gentlemen. Simply call in a buzzard if you can. I'm not entirely certain if you need to own one under this, if you're a VIP, if you can call one, and if you don't own one, I'm not entirely certain on that, ladies and gentlemen. If not, you'll have to drive to the locations and take out the targets there. If you can call in the buzzard there, ladies and gentlemen, really very easy way to do it. And so, yes, this is actually the most advisable way to go ahead and earn your money for your MC businesses, ladies and gentlemen. Simply do a Headhunter and Sightseer missions back to back, and then on the occasion, throw in why not steal a car or throw in a race just to break things up a little bit. Okay, now you can see this is the point of Headhunter, ladies and gentlemen. We basically fly around. There are 2 static targets, 2 moving targets. We have to eliminate all 4 targets. All 4 targets are in vehicles. You blow up the vehicles, the men get out, and then you blow up the men. Okie dokie. Oh, I got no idea. We should be sexist about these things, you understand. Now, Sightseer is the next mission. In order to do Sightseer, you have to go to your phone and perform 3 sort of very easy sort of puzzles, really, there, ladies and gentlemen. Each puzzle will give you, once you've completed the location, to a package there with a green arrow over it, you can see. Here we go, and this is just an example of one of the puzzles. In fact, you're getting to see all 3 of them, to be quite frank with you. Okay, and there we go. We fly on down to the different locations, collect the package, and there we go. We get about sort of 20-odd thousand, and this is what we get. We get about 20-odd thousand for each Sightseer or Headhunter, and those vehicles, like I say, about 15 to 18. So we're trying to get about 20,000 a time. Okay, having a jolly good drink now, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and this really is the way to go ahead and do it. It's not all that difficult to earn $200,000, ladies and gentlemen, through this technique. You can do it rather easily, and that's what we're going to go ahead and do right now. In the period of about 1 GTA day, we should be able to get $100,000. Repeat that twice, and you'll have enough to buy an MC clubhouse, and then you can really get started making your money. So why don't we get going right now, ladies and gentlemen? Okie dokie, here we are on top of Maze Bank Tower, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to launch ourselves, we're going to set ourselves into a secure server, ladies and gentlemen, and then we're going to go ahead and launch a Headhunter or a Sightseer mission target. First of all, call in a buzzard, of course, yes. Like I say, always advisable to take the buzzard if you can, it's a very quick way to travel, and you can attack from the air, and why would you not wish to do that, Okie dokie, and here we are. This is the buzzard, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, we're going to launch the work here, and we're going to try to get it all done inside of sort of 1 GTA day or there and thereabouts. Okie dokie, there we go. We've launched a Headhunter mission. We've got all 4 targets down. We had $0 amount of dollars, and now we've got 21,000, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so 21,000 from 0 to 21,000 in a couple of minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and find one of these sentinels, ladies and gentlemen. It's that sort of time of night, about 10 o'clock at night, I found one of the sentinels up on the street there. We're going to take it on in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Los Santos Customs, as you can see, and on this occasion, because this is the first vehicle of the day within this 24-hour GTA period, Yes, we can go ahead and sell it. That's selling for about 17,000, as you can see there. Right, okay, so now we're up to $38,000, ladies and gentlemen, in about 6 minutes of gameplay. Okie dokie, now there is a cooldown timer, unfortunately, between the Headhunter and Sightseer and whatnot, but selling that car in between has sort of bought me enough time, and now I can launch a Sightseer mission. Okie dokie, and there we go, the first one done. I picked up 3 packages. My helicopter is smoking. I'm rather angry about that, don't you know? Did it in a foolish way. And so now I'm going to go and pick up the third and final package, and there we go. Now we've got $61,000, ladies and gentlemen. Okie dokie, getting closer to that 100,000 mark, you know. Okie dokie, and there we go. That's the helicopter smoking rather let me down there, and of course, I'm not a bitter man about these things, you know. These things do happen in this game, so there's no point dwelling on it or getting aggravated, you know. Simply throw a grenade at it and blow it to high hell. That's my... Yes, go to hell with Buzzard, you goddamn wretched thing. Yes, there we go. And flames everywhere. Lovely. Right, okay, now I'm going to head on back down to the city, ladies and gentlemen, in my GTO. And whoops, days right. Jesus Christ, lost something. Right, okay, I hit something. What was that, a letterbox or something? Some kind of post? Oh, I don't think it was a post, was it? Oh, no, it was a lady. Oh dear, okay, I seem to have murdered someone. Right, okay, didn't intend to do that. Right, okie dokie, I better pull up around the corner. And, oh, well, hello. Well, how about that, my lady? Are you looking for entertainment this evening, my darling? So perhaps the horn or two, yes? Why don't you climb in my car? Right, okay, she's not interested, is she? All right, that's rather deceptive lady there. Right, well, how about this lady over here? Surely you're looking for something to do this evening, my darling. Why don't you hop in my... Right, neither of them are hopping... Oh, right, I had a star after. Okay, well, maybe that's why they wouldn't get in, you know. Okay, right, I'll go back up to this first lady. Hello, my darling. Yes, not in trouble with the police anymore. Yes, fantastic. Okay, well, we're going to take a little diversion, ladies and gentlemen, from earning money. Can't all be work, you know. So I'm going to take this young lady over to the golf club here and give her a round on the back 9, you know. Okie dokie, if this is suits her requirements, of course. She's very temperamental, these ladies. And she seems perfectly fine with this location. That really is jolly good, and that was absolutely fantastic, my darling. You can now get out of my car. Yes, go on, be gone, you. Right, and as always, they refuse to close the door. These ladies really are most ungracious, you know. Okay, well, we have a look at the time there. It's getting towards the morning, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, getting a little bit brighter, you know. We've gone ahead and sold the Sentinel, you know. We've gone ahead and done what have we done? A Sightseer, is it, or a Headhunter? I think we did the Sightseer, didn't we? So, okie dokie. Now I'm gonna launch a Headhunter, but before I do, I'm gonna call in a Buzzard, and here we go. It spawned just across the road there, as you can see. Rightio, there we go. Jolly good. Now we're running on over. Now, like I say, well, we're up to about $60,000, ladies and gentlemen, something along those lines, you know. Started a brief excursion there, stopped for a little bit of recreation, you know, but now we're going to crack on there, trying to earn some money. And there we, whoops, it just fired a missile. I shouldn't do that sort of thing, really. Okay, and now it's Headhunter, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen before on the video, it really doesn't take too long to do. One simply locates the 4 different, and now how about that, the first target's right down here. Well, that is really rather fortuitous, isn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And this particular gentleman will be hiding in this corner down there. I happen to know where he is. That's not him, no. Right, that's the gentleman right there, and with a little bit of luck, okie dokie, jolly good, that's 1 down, and this is the 4th one, and there we go. Okay, we got another $21,000, and now we're sitting at $82,000, ladies and gentlemen, getting ever closer to that 100,000 mark, you know. Okie dokie, and there we go. Right, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, ladies and gentlemen, getting close to 8 o'clock, which means nearly time for that Sand King to come out, you know. And so we've flown on up to Sandy Shores here, all this sort of vicinity, and there we go. This time in a regular vehicle, thank goodness. Didn't have to pull out my Sand King to make it spawn. And yes, there we go. We find ourselves the Sand King, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Oh yeah, and this will take us up to the $100,000. There is only one catch, ladies and gentlemen, and that is that as you saw earlier, I sold the Sentinel, and so unfortunately they will not be prepared to take the vehicle off me at this time, and that really is a rotten shame. And if you have absolutely no properties, you may be a little bit stuffed at this point, ladies and gentlemen. You may need to drive around it and try not to get it damaged for too long, and that's really rather a waste of time. If you have a garage, then you can take it on into your garage, ladies and gentlemen, store it there, and that's what I've done then. A little bit of time later, so 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen, of GTA time after I sold that Sentinel, ladies and gentlemen, I'll call in call the mechanic in to deliver the Sand King, and now I can go ahead and sell that vehicle finally, and that really is jolly good. Okay, that's 80. Well, I went ahead and robbed some shops, ladies and gentlemen, so I got actually $84,000. I don't know why I didn't show that on the video. I'll have to go and show that in a little bit, perhaps tack that on at the end there, So there we go, $102,000, ladies and gentlemen. Now you do all that sort of business twice over, take a couple of hours maybe, and you'll have your $200,000, and you can go ahead and purchase your, your Biker MC Clubhouse and get going. Okay, here we go. Yes, this was the attempted store robbery, ladies and gentlemen. I was showing you that perhaps you instead of to kill time between waiting for things to cool down and between Headhunter and Sightseer, you can always get rob a store. But yes, how about this store's already been robbed? How about that? That's a terrible shame. Right, okay, well, never mind, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we'll head on back out to the prior rather fine vehicle, this, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, never mind, there's always more stores in GTA, and that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, then, here we go. This one hasn't been robbed, and this is what's going to happen to it right now. Yes, hello, sir, how are you? Give me absolutely all of the money in the till, which will be so kindly, my good man. Okay, now a little bit of fine, ladies and gentlemen, does sort of help things along. I didn't pull it off correctly in this video, but a good technique to get a little bit more cash is to walk up to the gentleman here, don't shoot him. When he opens the till there, sort of hit him, pistol whip him, and immediately press left on the D-pad, and you should be able to get into the till there, take his money off him there, and then also steal some from the till. But it's not really worth doing. You can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's only sort of worth $1,000, $2,000 odd dollars, and there we go. So yes, I really wouldn't advise undertaking it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so there we go, $100,000. Do it twice over, ladies and gentlemen. You've got $200,000, and then when you've got $200,000, if you're starting from absolutely zero, just do that a couple of times over, $200,000 or so, you can go all into the phone there, ladies and gentlemen, and then you can go to Maze Bank, go up to the clubhouses there, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have seen on the other video, and we can see down in the city, they're coming in at $500,000, rather pricey. Up here, where I like to situate my businesses, they're around about $200,000, ladies and gentlemen, and really much more reasonable. So once you've got yourself either $200,000 or $400,000, depending on where you wish to locate your business, you go ahead and purchase an MC Clubhouse, ladies and gentlemen, and that's where you can really start to earn the money. Okay, we'll go ahead and take a look at that now. Now, like I say, one will need to buy a cocaine battery and a methamphetamine battery, and unfortunately, both of those really are rather expensive, and as you can see, that was just after the attempted store robbery, so I'll just put my gun away there. Okay, yes, we'll head on inside, ladies and gentlemen, and why not, okay, this is our MC Clubhouse after all. Yes, we go up to the open road computer. You'll have seen this on another video, just refreshing your memory here, ladies and gentlemen, to be quite frank with you. The open road computer, you'll get a chance to have a look at the different businesses on offer there, ladies and gentlemen. Like I say, only go for the cocaine and the methamphetamine battery. It's going to be about $1 to $2 million, which means you are going to need to grind out another $1 to $2 million. Let's say $1 million if you're going to go for the cheap one, which is unfortunately going to take a rather lot of sightseers and stealing cars. You can also go ahead and launch now some biker clubhouse missions to sort of earn a little bit of extra cash, ladies and gentlemen, and keep things interesting. And there is no way to avoid this, ladies and gentlemen. Once you've got your biker clubhouse, before you can set up your first MC business, you are going to need to do some grinding, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen. But once you've got your businesses running, you don't have to worry about grinding anymore. That'll be something that'll be a part of the past, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm afraid you're just gonna have to bite the bullet like this good gentleman, and yes, down you go, sunshine. Yes, and just resign yourself to the fact that once you've got that MC Clubhouse, you are going to need to do a number of MC businesses, sightseers, headhunters on the VIP, stealing cars, races and whatnot to get yourself up to that $1 million. Like I say, if you consider that it takes sort of, you can do sort of $100,000 in about one GTA day, I'll say about 10 GTA days there, ladies and gentlemen, and you'll be able to, which is sort of about 10 hours of gameplay or whatnot, you'll be able to get yourself to $1 million. That's all the grinding you'll have to do, because once you've got yourself your first business, then you'll be able to start making some real money without having to do these sort of taxing pesky missions that only pay a very small amount. Okie dokie, and there we can see $22,000 for that particular mission. And so through this methodology, ladies and gentlemen, sightseer, headhunter, stealing cars, and the MC business, once you've got it, you'll have to slowly grind your way up to the million. Go ahead and buy that. Go ahead and buy those methamphetamine factory, the cocaine factory that I explained in the previous video, and you'll be well on your way to earning some money. And I'll put out another video in the near future about how to run those businesses in the most efficient way. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope that you've enjoyed watching this video, and as always, thank you for watching.